My life on the X list. What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Diva X, and it is Saturday the 26th at 11:20 p.m. and I'm just about to head out, and I thought I'd come and make this video. As I talked about last time, I wanted to do a video based on the music that I've listened to in the past year, or the music that I've acquired in the past year. Just kind of my rundown on what 2012 was in music. Because there was some music, and there was some stuff out there, and then there was some amazing stuff out there. Let's see, I'm just gonna go down my list. I'm trying to keep it as like here as possible, so I'm trying to make it work, so bear with me. So let's see. Alicia Keys' new album came out, Girl on Fire, and I was alright. I don't know what happened. Like, she used to be one of my favorite artists, but like now all of her songs just kind of sound like, I don't know, like her. I don't know if her having a baby like had anything to do with it, but it's since then I feel like it hasn't really been the same Alicia Keys anymore. And of course, my lights are gonna fall right now. So if the lighting changes here, then I'm sorry, but I thought I secured them and they're clearly moving around. So let's try this and get this through, done and over with. Let's see what else we got. Brandy. Oh my God, 211. Okay, so I had like kind of not given up on Brandy, but I had not really been in. Paying attention to Brandy because her last albums weren't that great. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. And so this new 211 was just like what I felt Brandy needed to. And you know, normally what I think what we were. What I pay, I'll speak for myself because I say we, but I feel like I grew up with Brandy as she wants to be down, she wants to do this, she wants to do that. She was Moesha for a minute, and then there was an awkward stage where she was trying to grow up but never really lost the Brandy situation, which is really why I hate when she wears braids still, because it's like you need to like really, you know, like take the braids out and be the adult Brandy now. I feel like the young braid look that she initially came into the world knowing her, I feel like that kind of takes her back to a place that I think she's trying to grow from. And I think when I think she's in one of her current videos, she's wearing the braids, and it's like, girl, it's kind of the same thing with Toni Braxton. Like when Toni Braxton does that very short look, it's a little cuter when it's a little curled out. But in her new video for I Heart You, she's working that look in the video, and I'm like, girl, okay, so. Grow it out. Get some weave, grow some extensions, plop your wigs on. You have some cute wigs. I've seen them on the show. And I feel like it's just really, it's okay to do a flashback montage every now and again, but when you're coming back or coming out as in this new genre or making this reemergence, like, you know, follow the tips and tricks of the people who've come before you. Always keep it new. Don't take it back, because people are just like, oh, she's doing that again. And regardless of it, the sound's new, but the look is different, so they just associate that with what's old. So anyhow, that's my opinion on that. Bruno Mars, The Unorthodox Jukebox, is an amazing album. If you have not heard it, I'm not a big... I have all his music, and I've liked his popular songs, but I've never really gotten into him until this album. And this album is just kind of like... I think it's more about me, and maybe he was always singing about stuff that was like, ugh, girl, why are you singing about that? And now it's kind of like, yes, sing that shit, you know? So it's a little bit different. Carly Rae Jepsen and that Call Me Maybe, girl, I don't even know. I got the album, I think I know one song off it, which is Call Me Maybe, which I'm sure everybody knows. Chris Brown, Fortune, I don't even really know what to say about that. Let me see what's on it. Okay, well, you know, a lot of the new artists are going to that dance route. Even Keisha Cole went on the dance route, which we'll get to her in a minute. But So, you know, you can't really knock it because you're going to like a dance beat. And so I'm not a really big Chris Brown fan. I don't support him as much as I used to, I don't like him as much as I used to. Not even just because of the incidents, but really just because of the way he handled the incident and then the douchebag he was shortly after the incident. It was just kind of his response to versus, you know, he wanted us to, you know, forgive and move forward and blah, 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 blah. But he was throwing chairs through windows and just acting a fool. So it's like, what do you want, dude? Like, pick up your pants, cover your dick, and act like a someone who feels like they're really in the mood to be forgived. All right, Christina Aguilera and her new album Lotus. I mean, I love me and Christina Aguilera. I've loved everything she's put out. I love her voice. That is why. I understand people were. I thought honestly this album was being compared to Stripped, the album Stripped that came out like it was her sophomore, maybe junior year album, and everyone was hyping the album is going to be the new Stripped. It's going to be the new Stripped because she's of course naked on the cover with only hair covering her breast. I believe that's why. I don't know. I don't know where that came from, but I heard it, and it wasn't. It wasn't the new Stripped. It was good, but it wasn't the new Stripped. Whereas the songs on Stripped were very collective in that way, and I felt like this was more of just an album. I didn't really get a vibe from it. Like they were just songs. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I didn't listen well enough to catch it. But whatever. David and Kathy Guetta put out a mix that said "Fuck Me I'm Famous 2012," which was an amazing. If you're getting ready to go somewhere, I always love to throw on a good mix CD or something to get you in the mood to get out there and start dancing your ass off. And that was their little mix. I'm not sure where you can find it. I found it online, but if you get an opportunity, David Guetta and Kathy Guetta bring you Fucking Unfamous. So check that out. Let's see. Of course, there was some local DJs that put out some mixes that I really, really love too. Of course, my favorites, the one who worked with us for our shows, DJ Dizzy and DJ Fresh. Ooh, excuse me, my throat just dried up right then and there for a minute because she's talking really fast. But I'm trying to get through this list and I'm barely on D's. So, always, right? All right, so DJ Dizzy and DJ Fresh. So DJ Dizzy put out Kiss Back to Basics, and then the other CD he put out was Lovely Summer. I like the Back to Basics or something basics, whatever. I think it was Back to Basics. I don't know what it says. It's typed differently here. I think it was Back to Basics, as in BASSIX, and it was a really great CD. I love that one. Turn Me On by DJ Fresh, and then they both did a Wonderland mix that I just love, and I don't have it on here because they only released it on like official like CD, and I think now they're barely putting it out on MP3. So I have to get that on here for that playlist. Al Varner is, I think that's how you say her name. I'm not even sure. She sings the song that was, I believe, the theme song for Love and Hip Hop or something like that. Refill, love that song. I couldn't get enough of it. It's kind of like on all my playlists for 2012, and the whole album's great. I mean, she's one of those people that I think only that track came out as a popular album, but I like the whole album. So if you haven't heard it, check it out. Ellie Goulding, which is another one, dance beats. I Need Your Love was very popular. Lights obviously was the most one that kind of put her here and present in front of everybody's face. And it's overall a good album. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Ellie Goulding. Estelle, All of Me. Didn't really listen to it. I got it. Listened to it maybe once, didn't listen to it anymore. Frank Ocean, I like a few of the songs. Check it out, it's worth listening to. Yeah. The Glee albums, Christmas, and the Glee's album, you can't really fuck with the classic. I feel like, kind of. The Graduation album was a good collection of all their albums, all their hits off of the show, if you're a Glee fan, of course. Some of you are not. And then the Glee Season 4, Volume 1, was pretty dope too. For most of the songs. Let me see. And then I have some other tracks and CDs on here that I'm not going to mention, but I'll just go by because I'm not going to mention them. Gossips, Jay-Z, Life in Brooklyn, Jessie Ware, Devotion. I don't even know why I got that. Kanye West, Good Music. I mean, that album was, I know people like, oh, she listens to Kanye West, Good Music. Like, yes, bitch, I do. And I bump that shit very loud, and I love it, and everyone thinks I'm really hood and ghetto when I do. But that's okay. I don't mind. I enjoy some good music, I enjoy good beats, and I enjoy that album. Kanye West, Good Music, it had, to me, I always base my album rating on how many ratings I actually did for the whole CD, and that one alone, it's a 12-track CD, and I have 7 songs that I put a rating to, so that's a good percentage for me. Teenage Dream, The Complete Confection. The new stuff that she added to there made the album amazing. Not to say the stuff that was initially put out in the year before was not, but I hate that they put a collection out and then they put a recollection out and then another collection. just like give us the music, give us what we need. And I felt like that the complete confection, the additional tracks, really added to the album, so that was really good. Kesha Warrior, I haven't really listened to. I've listened to like 3 popular songs off of it, which I love. Kesha's never really gone wrong. Stance beats, you can't really go wrong. If you like Kesha, you like Kesha. If you don't like Kesha, you don't like Kesha. But I haven't really listened to the whole album to give it a full review because it did come out late in the year. But I will be listening to that soon. Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole can never do anything wrong. I love me a Keisha Cole track and music and everything else about that. But this time she went a little too dance. And it was kind of like, why are you trying? Which is fine because you got to sell albums, you got to hit that market. Everyone's doing dance music now. So she attempted it, but really my favorite tracks on the album are the classic Keisha Cole tracks where she's just letting us have that voice and letting us hear her frustration, pain, and anger about being a woman in love. So that's what I feel about that. The Kylie Minogue Abbey Road sessions, I mean, come on. You can't even, I mean, that's just like, if you're a Kylie fan, even if you're not a Kylie fan, those songs are pretty amazing in what she did with them. So check it out. It's good. It's a great compilation of a little bit of everything, and I think you'll enjoy. Lana Del Rey, okay, I feel bad because everyone's talking about Lana Del Rey, and like I put it on and I'm just kind of like, oh, what is she talking about? Like I don't even have the patience to listen to it. I'm sorry, I've tried. Just isn't working for me. I don't know. Tell me what I need to listen. Tell me a track that I need to listen to. If someone can give me the information about Lana Del Rey that I'm missing, somebody please, because I feel like I've given it the effort that I could, but I just couldn't get through it. So, Madonna, MDNA, Avi, I mean, hands down, always going to be a collection. This year, I got into, I know I talked about the show last season, or last show, Mary Mary. The compilation was the album was called Go Get It, which was kind of like a soundtrack to the show / a collection of old stuff remix / some new stuff. And I've loved Mary Mary. I didn't say loved Mary Mary. I liked Mary Mary, like the shackles off my feet so I can praise and so on and so forth. I'm not very religious in that way. I'm not listening for the message, the anointing of the Lord. But I do enjoy me a good Mary Mary track. Go Get It is the track off that album, and it's really, really good. Like, it's really inspirational. It's really good. And it's if you were listening to it out in the club, which they would probably play it at the club, you wouldn't even know that it was a gospel song. So check it out if you have in the mood for that. Mel C, she did changes. Bad 25 came out. Nelly Furtado, The Spirit and Something rather. Nicki Minaj and the Roman Reloaded, and then the Re-Up. I mean, I love me some Nicki Minaj, but again, it's one of those things where you could have just gave us the whole album and give us everything we want. The Re-Up had great tracks on it. Now, I'm glad she did that. The actual CD package listed the video names on it, which I thought I was getting a package collection with all the videos on the DVD and then the bonus footage. And actually, when I put it in my DVD, all I got was the bonus footage. So I don't know if that was a print error or what happened, but the 6 or 7 tracks that were up on the Re-Up, I think it was, actually there was 8 tracks, sorry, were good. I enjoyed them all. I think I enjoyed all of them, but like maybe one. So that was a good Re-Up. Pink, Truth About Love is probably the album of Pink, The Truth About Love is, I'll make the statement, is the album of 2012 for me. It's Pink Can Never Do No Wrong in my eyes. I haven't heard anything to Pink that I've not liked. And so if you haven't heard it, I've talked about it. There's a couple editions out there, the standard edition, the deluxe edition, and then now a new fan edition, which has a DVD, which has some footage on it, which I haven't got my hands on, but I have the digital copy, so that's perfect for me. I'm not going to probably upgrade to the actual physical copy. But anyways, if you have not, I know I've talked about it one whole video some time ago. The Truth About Love is the album for me of 2012. Pitbull, Global Lightning, again, a lot of dance beats, can't go wrong. Pitbull, I mean, he's always talking about eating ass and shit, so, you know, he just kind of gets you in the mood for something. I don't know what. Pitch Perfect soundtrack, obviously, best movie ever for 2012. Obviously, the soundtrack, because I usually just watch the video to listen to the songs now, or watch the movie to listen to the songs now, so now I have the soundtrack, so it's a little bit easier. Rebecca Ferguson, another amazing album, which is probably number 2 on my pick for the year. She was just amazing, and so If you haven't heard it, Rebecca Ferguson. Rick Ross, Rihanna, good album. I didn't really fall in love with it too much. I like her last album better. The Talk That Talk album was much, much, much better for me, but it was still a good album. Rita Ora, I didn't never listen to it. Scissor Sisters, Magic Hour. I'm sorry, I'm running out of time, and then we are done.